It's like you can't fear getting shot. It can happen, you know.
I just wanna be
Yeah, but
like.
even if you're like charging a person, go ahead, Ash. Sorry.
I was saying like if somebody shoots, I just wanna be dead. I don't wanna be like injured and alive. That shit's a pain. Like if you shoot, you better kill. If you don't, I'll fucking find your ass, you motherfucker. You had one
They
fucking
shoot up.
job. You had one fucking job and you screwed that. You had a gun, I
They,
didn't have anything. And your
they're
job
gonna.
was to fucking kill me and you screwed that, you motherfucking cunt.
Welcome back to another episode of Redacted No More. I'm Chaos. That's Ash. Down there. Rock. You know what? I've been wondering. I had an experience this week, and it got me thinking. I told Ash, I don't know if you saw it, Rock. So, this week, when I came home from work, what day was it? Like Tuesday? Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday.
When,
So, I come home
yeah,
from work,
yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, because I didn't go to work on Monday. So I come home from work. I'm chilling. I see that little neighborhood whore cat outside my house. I walk up to her. I'm like, how you doing, little whore? And she's like, meow, 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 meow. And I'm like, yeah. And I look at her. She's got little scratches on her nose. I'm like, ah, she's been whoring with the wrong cat. Because clearly that cat's lady found out. She got beat up. It's like, oh, poor thing. And I walk into my house. I open up the front door. I walk in, and there's a man there, and he pulls out a gun. He points it at me, and he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And it's funny. At that moment, I look him up and down. Like when you're about trying to piss someone off, you like size them up. I literally look him up and down. I see the gun, and he just keeps yelling. He's like, "Who are you?" And he's pointing it at me. I'm like, I live here. Who are you? And I take a step forward towards him. And you know what happened?
What
He
happened?
shot you?
No. I saw fear in his eyes.
What?
And you were like,
I saw fear in his
that's the
eyes.
most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. A fear in a man's eyes who got a gun.
No, not yet. Not yet. But the whole moment, because like it's interesting. I didn't feel fear. I didn't even feel like antsy or like I wanted to stop him. I just like kind of looked at him. 'Cause I wasn't even annoyed at the situation. I just looked at him. And I was like, "What? Like, who are you? What are you gonna do? Like, what are you doing in my house?" And as I walked towards him, and then my brother-in-law comes in like, wait, no, don't do it, don't shoot him. That's my brother-in-law, don't shoot him. And the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. So it got me thinking, in those moments in life, like, I guess it's a near-death experience, right? What would not only like what's your reaction to those things, but what would make me specifically react? Because I had to think about it. And it's definitely not threatening my life for some reason, which is nice to know. It's nice to know I am who I say I am, Because literally anything could have happened there.
Are
It's
you
nice to
talking
know I
about?
speak
Are you
my
talking?
truth. Sorry, go
Are you
ahead.
talking about? Are you talking about which moment would instill fear in us? Is that what you're
No,
talking about?
no, no. Because I don't even know what would instill fear in me. Well, it got me thinking, about things, about one thing specifically. What would make me react, React in a way I normally wouldn't. And only one thing came to mind. I was seeing something beautiful, Because even in that moment where he's pointing the gun at me, he had it kind of high, too. Like, that would have been a headshot. Turned out he's an ex-sniper, too. Which kind of made me want
Shit.
to No, it kind of made me want to go back and kind of see what could have happened. I do believe in myself, but in that moment, it's kind of like, what the fuck was I even saying? I don't even know. But he's pointing at me. I don't feel scared. I don't feel excited. I was more annoyed that somebody's pointing a gun at me, and I wanted to see what would happen. And when I thought about it in that moment, like I said, I locked eyes with him. His whole face, he was scared, and it probably didn't help that I was walking towards him, and I have oftentimes when people confront me about anything, I just give them a blank face, so you don't really know what's gonna happen, which is pretty dangerous, I guess. And for me, it's like I could see somebody kind of not wanting to do something but choosing to be forced to. But me, the way I saw it from my standpoint was I was completely at peace and stuff, you know? And like I said, the main point of it was, when I was thinking about it, is like something that would make me react differently.
You could have just acted like you fainted. And then let him come closer, then he'd be like, is this guy? And then as soon as he closed, headlock! WWE! Then his gun is off, then you are just
maybe
one submission after another.
Go ahead.
You probably were not afraid because in your mind you were thinking, he's not gonna shoot at me. Why would he shoot at me, right? Is that what you think?
That thought never processed my mind at all, even after I saw the gun, It's never about being shot at. Half of me was like, if he did shoot me, I would not die. And I could take him out still.
Man, I would be like,
I'm not.
You think you're higher?
Hey, I do believe in myself. Like, half of me had that thought, and half of me was like, so it's like, if he does shoot me, I won't die, and I can take him. And as I step closer, and he's still not shooting me, I'm like, oh, I can take him. Especially once I saw how afraid he was. Like, I saw fear in his eyes. Like, I truly believe I can do anything. Especially in, like, a random situation like that, I have faith in my ability.
I believe in myself, too, but I don't believe I'm the Hulk. That can
I'm not. Hey, just because you get shot doesn't mean you're going to fall down.
I know. Look at 50 Cent. He got shot 9 times.
But look, if I get shot, I die. Oh, well, right? I was wrong. I get shot. I live. I was right. I can take him out. I don't really lose anything by trying, right?
Or you could have just kept walking and be like, good, nice gun.
It wasn't a nice gun. Actually, it was. I'll take that back. It was a nice gun. I'm remembering it now. I did like the gun.
You gotta be like, hey man, can I check? Where's your gun? Looks cool.
But go ahead.
No, even if you're not scared when somebody points a gun at you, your reaction is to stop immediately, because if you just keep walking, you're probably gonna get shot.
See, that's the thing. I didn't stop. I didn't stop. One reason, because it's my house.
And if
that's why I was a little annoyed. Like, who the fuck's pointing a gun at me in my house? That's why I literally said, I live here. Who are you?
Then what did he reply? He said, show me the proof that you live here. Then you could say, show me the proof that you are not a thief. Well, you got a gun.
As I said that, I literally took a step towards him. And then the brother-in-law came running in like, oh, no.
Then what did your brother-in-law do?
He was like, no. Remember I told you he lives here. Don't shoot him. And then once he said don't shoot him, the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, don't shoot me. I like this shirt I'm wearing. Because I was wearing my LeBron James Lakers final jersey that I have. I wouldn't want a bullet hole in that jersey.
So that dude was
It's
what?
very. I like it.
Your brother-in-law's friend?
Yeah. But yeah, the point being, I did think about it. You know, what would make me react in a different way to something that happened? And a lot of things ran through my mind. And I think the main thing that would make me react like a non-me would be to see something absolutely beautiful. Because in that moment, that wasn't beauty, you know? Not him. The gun was actually pretty nice, but it wasn't beautiful.
You know what it sounds like? You remember that movie American Beauty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I got it on Blu-ray and
Yeah, I told you about that movie.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, it's like him finding beauty in a fucking trash bag blowing in the wind.
Well, it is beautiful
I
because
don't know.
that trash bag is like freedom, you know? It has no care in the world. It's just floating in the wind. It goes with the wind. Anything, it can go anywhere. That's beautiful.
Nah, bro, that's not beautiful, okay? I'll leave that to me. Just fucking trash blowing in the wind.
But yeah, what were you saying about it?
Well, yeah, I've had 2 incidents where I've been pointed a gun at.
So have I.
And yeah, one time it was in my condominium. We were in the, how do you call it, the rooftop. We snuck into the roof and to smoke weed over there. And then somebody called the cops on us, and they didn't know who was up there, so they came in, were pointing at the guns at us. Scared because I didn't think they would shoot me, so I wasn't scared when they pointed a gun at me. Another instance in a problem, and they were pointing a gun at me, where I was again buying weed, and it didn't scare me either because I knew he wasn't going to shoot me. But I have felt fear in other situations that are similar to that. But in those 2 occasions where they were pointing the gun directly at me, I didn't feel they were gonna shoot me, but I didn't feel fear.
See, I've never had the other situation. The other time a guy pointed a gun at me was at a party. I think we were both drunk, anyways, so that's probably why. But he's drunk, firing shots off out of nowhere, and then he points it at me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, but in both situations, the option of fear of them not having fear because they may not shoot me never crosses my mind. You know, I'm real situational. You know, like how people in the military and army they get trained to be like whenever they're put into walk into a room.
Yeah.
If something were to happen, they kind of process the situation, have an escape plan, how to take each person out. That's what I do when threatened. When threatened, I don't go through like a fear-based thing, you know? I'm like, okay, so if person does do something, I think I'll be fine and I can take them out that way. One reason to get closer to them, you know?
That's a little dangerous, though. I mean, if somebody has a gun and you step closer, I wouldn't advise that. I think that's a bad move.
But let's say the guy wasn't my brother-in-law's friend, or he wasn't drunk, and he actually was trying to do something. I step further away. If he does shoot me and I live, I don't have a chance to do anything. The closer I get, the closer I have a chance to at least survive longer, you know?
I understand your point, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of the person with the gun.
Oh yeah.
I think he's most likely to shoot you if you move forward.
Hey, I do believe I'll be fine. I have trust in my body. I have trust in myself in those situations.
I see what you mean.
Hey, one bullet isn't going to kill you. It may or it may not. But one bullet isn't the death. Like, especially like, oh, that's if they hit my head. I got a tiny head. I know it looks gigantic, but my head's not that big. Like, especially in like, especially in those situations where you have one gunman or a couple of gunmen, and you got everyone in there just scared of getting shot. Like, what the fuck? You outnumber them 20-1, and nobody's going forward. If two people go forward, there's a good chance you can get them. If one person goes forward, it's like you can't fear getting shot. It can happen.
I just wanna be.
Yeah, but even if you're like charging a person. Go ahead, Ash. Sorry.
I was saying, like, if somebody shoots, I just want to be dead. I don't want to be, like, injured and alive. That shit's a pain. Like, if you shoot, you better kill. If you don't, I'll fucking find your ass, you motherfucker. You had one fucking job. You had one fucking job and you screwed that. You had a gun, I didn't have anything. And your job was to fucking kill me and you screwed that, you motherfucking cunt.
He's gonna turn into John Wick. They shoot him and he lives. You motherfucker! That's it. I'm thinking I'm back.
I mean, I was shot at, but it was like the bulletproof glass. So I was fine. I think I told you about that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What were you saying, Rob?
I fear for Ash. Like I'm worried about him. And in general.
Why?
Because if you hear talk about shoot me, you better shit like that, right? I feel like he wants.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like Ash wants to use real life to like use anime lines or movie lines, cool movie lines in real life. He wants to do that for real. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a hostage situation, and Ash will stand up. Take me, not her.
Exactly.
I actually thought about that. I'll be like, hey, take me. I'll be the volunteer hostage. I'll be like, hey, yo, buddy, you need hostage? Yeah, take me.
And she's gonna be crying, my hero, what's your name?
And
he's gonna slowly turn towards her.
I just want to die. Screw it.
Nah, you're gonna look at her, then slowly turn away and be like, my name is Ash. But like Ash has that like you said, if they shoot him, he wants them to die. That's like, I feel like that's normal. Just because people don't like being in pain. That's like when they're in those situations where they outnumber a gunman by so many people, nobody steps forward because not only because they may die, but because they may live.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you something.
People don't like being in pain.
Yeah, plus pain, plus you got medical bills, and you'll be fucking screwed.
Oh, I ain't paying them. Some niggas shoot me and I'm saving people. Fuck that.
You'll have a GoFundMe page. Save this guy. He tried to save us and got shot. Support him. He was a broke ass bitch from India. Came on a boat. Also, one more thing I never get. When these gunmen tell you to sit down, bend your knees. I'm like, motherfucker, if you want to kill me, then do it. Why the fuck do I have to follow you? What the fuck do I have to lose, huh? You're supposed to kill me. I'm supposed to die. You're telling me the position should I get in just in order to get killed? Just fucking shoot it. Stop wasting your time, my time.
Normally, depending on the situation, hostages are very valuable, so you don't want to waste them. But killing somebody is a good way to let everybody know.
Yeah, that you're serious. Around. Yeah, you need one kill at least. The first hostage has to die just in order to show the police that you mean business. Because anyway,
once you kill somebody, when the police show up, they're aiming to shoot you to death.
I mean, wouldn't they do that anyways? Like just in order to
save
the people?
Not if you don't hurt anybody. But once you actually kill someone, then they're shooting to kill.
Because
No matter what.
they kill people who were just playing with toy guns. So what makes you think that they are not going to kill?
Bro, how can you tell? A lot of people can't tell the difference between a toy gun and a real gun when you see them. You know how different guns look now than they did like 30 years ago? Guns can literally look like toys. There's so many different sizes.
I just saw a racist guy. It was so funny to see that guy. I just went to Brahms. And that guy, you know, his expression changed when he saw me and my roommate. He was like dead serious.
What?
Like he was
What?
all friendly, laughing with one customer. As soon as we were going to reach his place, he was like still face, instant. I've never seen it. So funny.
That doesn't mean he's racist.
Nah, he was.
Bro. You like those niggas on Twitter. As I read something today, it was like, we did a poll with black people about going back to work, and only 3% said they were excited to go back to work. That's because of the way white people treat them at work. Racism! I'm like, the fuck? And I'm reading the comments on that shit.
Nah. But I don't care, to be honest. I like racist people. I wanted to see one.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at your fucking police.
Police are good, man. Never had a bad experience with them.
Same. I've never had a bad experience with
Good
police.
people.
I support my police officers.
One time I was going to another project, and I was with a friend of mine and a girl, right?
What's her name? What was her name?
Excuse me.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Lopez?
Jennifer Escarada.
Jennifer is a very common Puerto Rican. It's a very common name, Jennifer.
Don't be fooled by the.
So anyway,
I'm still Jenny from the block.
she did act gangster though. She was like a little girl, and she acted all gangster. Anyway, so we were in this project and we were trying to buy weed. That the thing, at the time that we went there, this project was fighting with a project that was right in front of it. They were at war, so they were very cautious. They let in.
Yeah, go ahead. You're with Jennifer from the block. Big booty Jennifer got you into the project.
She wasn't big booty, dude. She was this tiny girl that used to smoke.
But she was badass, and you were scared shitless of her, right?
Mouth game on fleek. I got you.
I was scared because whole place when we reached the project, we can see his arm, and they weren't armed guns. They were armed with 8 automatic rifles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were all standing in the roof, and everywhere you looked, you saw somebody that was masked, wearing a mask, and everybody was pointing guns at you. And we went there, right, to buy weed. I think that scared me. We're all humble. We're like, we're just here to buy our weed and get out. But then Jennifer was like, yo, why are you seeing me? I just here to get weed. And she got up like gangsta on me. And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't you see other people? Why you try to act off? And in that moment.
Can I ask you something? Do you still hang out with Jennifer, or is she dead? Okay, so you didn't abandon her to get shot? Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, continue.
Yeah, that was, and that instinct, I did feel fear because, shit, dude, they were at war. Also, I thought they could could start shooting each other at any moment, and we will be caught on the crosshair too. So during that time, yes, I did feel fear. Yes. Even though nobody was pointing a gun direct.
Asch, you remember when Rock said, "People don't die from weed"?
Yeah.
This nigga going into a fucking ghetto war zone to get weed.
Yeah, I never understood
I,
why projects have so much crime rate. Like here also there are projects where like even cops are like, hey, we don't want to get involved in there.
have you been to the projects? That's their property. That's their home. Like where you're living there,
Yep.
that is theirs. Everything in there. You can't have niggas from other towns coming in thinking that they can do whatever they want there. And then you got people
Yep.
trying to bring their own businesses into their town. And sometimes businesses like they work together sometimes, but they're not on the same page, you know? Like they do one thing wrong, shit starts going on. You can only go so far. And then people when they're making money, especially within the drug business, you know, like when they're making money, they want to do more, and you're always going to upset one of the other people in the area.
Dude, that project that I was talking about, the one that I went,
Yeah.
I ended up living there a couple of years later.
You?
That same project.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Jose! Remember when you almost shot me and my friend Jennifer? I was scared shitless.
No, but you know what's the funny thing? When I moved there, right as I was moving the first week, people from kept approaching me and asking me, "You're this guy, right? Used to live here, and used to live here, and this is your mom." They knew everything about me, and I didn't even ask them. They were just confirming it. You know what I mean? They were just confirming the information they got, and I was like, "Yeah," and they like felt me out. Like, okay, you're cool. You're not to start trouble. They didn't mess with me. There for like almost a year, and they never bothered me. Cool.
Oh, so you're Rock, who used to live at blah blah blah, and you shit your pants in that church that one time when you were a little kid, right? Oh, you're that kid. Oh, you're cool. You're cool. It's okay.
God, dude, they got better informants.
Yo,
No.
you're that was your FBI agent. He was just checking up on you.
Just checking on
yeah. You ever do a project, Ash?
Yeah. What?
Do a project?
What?
Have you been to the projects?
No, I've only heard about the stories. There.
Ever?
I feel like India would have some. Like I'm just guessing, but I feel like India would have some ghettos like that.
No, like in India, it's more like all these thugs. They work for some kind of a politician, so cops do not mess with them. Because even if they'll catch him, the politician guy will be like, do you want to be transferred to some rural town? Then he would be like, no sir, I'll leave him right away.
Yeah.
Then he will put
Yes sir. Yes sir, I love to travel. Put me somewhere else.
No, that like rural towns are hard because there it's lawless place. Like if you
So it's a project. It's a project.
yeah, like there are places where like they have burnt cops because they tried to arrest some guy who was like a very big wig there. So all his henchmen
just threaten the mayor. Threaten the mayor, and then he'll push you somewhere else.
Hey, Ash, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ash?
Yeah. Speak.
Even you had a near-death experience, right?
Twice, yeah. What?
I mean, it's not a gun, but didn't
Yeah, I stopped breathing.
you were almost hit by a car or something?
That wasn't near death, but that was completely different. But my near death was when I got too sick that I stopped breathing. So they had to put me on ventilator and I was admitted. It was basically bronchitis. So I could not breathe. I was forcefully breathing. I was like this.
You know what's funny? You would think that for somebody who wants to die, you would have just not forcefully breathed. You would have just been like, finally, this is
Right.
it. This is the moment.
Yeah.
Dude, I was crying. I was telling my mom, like, please don't take me to hospital.
Such a fake emo, dude.
What? I was
He
like in first grade. Ever seen a first grade kid be like, "Let me die," and parents would be like, "Okay, sure, here, here's the pillow, on your face. Are you dead yet?
you're not
Okay."
strong enough to smother yourself. I don't believe in you enough to smother
But
yourself. You're
yeah,
not that
look,
strong.
when you get too sick, sometimes you just want to die. But fuck it. I was like sick for more than half of my life. Like in a year, I would be sick for 6 months.
Yo, are you one of those cancer babies
No, no, no.
or crack babies?
No, it's just
You're
that
like
in India
you're like
the
a
pollution is so much that I would get sick a lot. So I would be like
you
coughing 24 hours.
you literally one of those kids that was a crack baby. There's something wrong with you.
Here, I haven't been sick till now. I have been
So
like puking my guts out because I took that spice challenge, but other than that, no. Oh yeah, and when I
you're losing weight.
yeah.
Puking is a great way to lose weight, kids.
Oh, this reminds me. What do they call those people who eat stuff and then puke it out?
Models,
No, 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 no.
Ano-
It's like
anorexic,
this
anorexic.
this kind of diet. Like there is some name for it. The term.
Anorexic.
No, anorexic is like completely
It's a
different.
diet. That's a diet.
Anorexic diet.
Yeah, that's a diet.
Bulimia. Bulimia.
Yeah, anorexic. Anorexic.
Anorexic diet. Oh fuck. Contact the helpline. Samsa. I just searched for that and Samsa appeared. Samsha.
Like fear is such a normal reaction, which is why in that moment when the guy was pointing a gun at me, I didn't have fear. So like I said, I was thinking of what would make me react a way that was differently.
If he was pointing at
To
my
get back
dog, I
on.
would be afraid. I'll be real. I'd be like, shit, I don't know what to do. I don't want him dead. I'd be like, kill me, kill me, kill me, please. Leave him alone.
But come on, you walk into your house and a stranger is pointing a gun at you. You're not gonna be upset. You're not gonna be mad. You're not gonna want to fight.
I mean, if
I would be
if I'll be
I would be
alone,
shocked.
I'd be like pissed. I was pissed.
Enjoy
Like when
it.
you mentioned it, I just took it from my own perspective, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this guy, pointing a gun at my
fuck him.
house, huh?
Yeah,
You fucking
yeah,
cunt,
fuck
how
him.
dare ya? Come on, bow down on your fucking knees, lick my fucking toes, you cunt, as an apology."
I had nice shoes on. I don't want him licking them.
The fuck, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you, Ash?
It's a joke, man. Don't take everything seriously, for fuck's sake.
But in that moment, fear is not even in my mind.
You haven't
One
read.
thing that
Yes,
go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, me? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've ever given someone else a chance to talk. Wow. All right, so fear's not in my mind. So, like I said, I thought about it, and I think one thing that would have made me actually change the way I react was to see something beautiful. Like you ever seen something so beautiful it leaves you speechless?
Yes,
You don't know how to react.
yes,
You stumble over yourself.
Yes.
It's stuck on you.
yes.
Well, go ahead, tell me. What is beauty? Like what?
It's not like it happened with me only once. With human beings, I have only seen like 2 girls that made me stumble over.
Well, I mean, in general, something this
Because
so
I
beautiful. Like,
observe trees and all that stuff. So some stuff you are like, oh man, that shit is so beautiful. Sometimes the sky is so beautiful. Sometimes,
but something that kind of leaves you speechless. That, like, you try to think, but it's all jumbled in your head. Like, have you ever seen something like that?
Yeah.
Come on, tell me. What is it, brother?
It was like, uh, it was, I went on a trip and it was like a coastal area. So, from one place, you can see like a huge forest, ocean, and the sunlight that falling on it gave such a good color that it felt like I was watching something that's not real at all. It was so beautiful. Like the color of the sunlight, it was like it's not natural at all. Yet it was. It was completely different. It wasn't red, it wasn't dark pink, dark blue, or purplish. It was like completely different. It looked so good.
And it stayed in your mind forever, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I can
Were you
relate.
high, Ash? Were you high on Squirrelpy?
No.
Was that it?
He was
I
on
never seen
something.
a sun. Yeah, you were on something, dude.
Why?
Because the sun doesn't work like that.
No, it was dawn. So it
This-
was setting. So it's like depend on where you are, the curvature and all those things. So the kind of sky that you see, it's different. Like sometimes there is a
Yeah,
bluish tint to it. Like it would the sky and the whole atmosphere would look like something that is shot from the camera with a blue filter.
Nigga, you said purple.
No, I'm giving another example, something more relatable to Rook because that kind of scene you can see from Texas, so he must be able to see from Puerto Rico.
Well, he's in a project, so it's usually dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
You've ever seen anything? Have you ever seen something rock like that? I know you have a kid, so maybe that, but have you ever seen something that's so
yeah. I have a
beautiful?
lot of things. I have a lot of things.
See,
And
told ya, everyone has
when
a
my
lot of things.
daughter first started to walk, that was beautiful to see her walk
Did you
all
cry?
on her own. Um, yeah. No, I didn't cry. Yeah, it was. I got
The truth
excited.
came out.
I
Rook
got
was like,
excited
she,
for
she,
her.
she's
Did,
walking.
oh,
Honey,
did
come
you
here. Look, she's walking. She's walking.
did you cry?
No.
Someone's gonna have to replay this. Did you cry? Yeah. No. I would never cry. I would never do that. No.
No, it didn't make me cry. I just got excited for her. I mean, I got
There are
emotional
tears
inside,
of
but I
joy.
didn't cry.
Do you know that, right?
Yeah, I feel them all the time. I feel them all the time, but in that situation, I didn't feel
Oh
tears
my
of joy or
God,
anything like that.
your daughter must be like, Daddy, you didn't feel those tears of joy when I was walking? You stupid daddy, go to hell.
Jesus.
That way your
You don't
daughter
love
said,
me because you didn't cry? Is that what you're saying? You didn't cry, so you weren't excited enough. You're not a good dad.
You,
is
you
that
know,
what is that what your daughter sounds like?
Not, I want, no. She sounds way,
She doesn't
way more
sound like Ash.
feminine. She sounds like Ash when Ash laughs, basically.
Oh,
When
that's
he does
cute.
the
That's
little baby laugh.
that's cute.
Um,
Yeah.
I remember also seeing a beautiful girl that just
oh man,
really wowed
I
me.
know that feeling. Sometimes you don't know what the fuck shit
Ah,
do you do.
yeah, I remember seeing her. It was on the bus, and I was like 14, 15. Um, and I think she perceived it too, like the
Cause,
effect that she had on me. Like
cause
the
you're,
dude,
cause
when I
you're
saw
scared.
her,
Cause you're
yeah, when I
scared.
saw her, no, I was like in awe. When you're in awe of something,
I know.
and I think she perceived it, and she was nice to me. Like she smiled at me and everything. I was younger than her by I think she was like 21, and I was like 14 or something. I didn't talk to her or anything.
Wait. What? Yo, do you need to tell us something? Like, you want us to call the police?
No, no, dude, I didn't do anything. Um, I wish, dude. No, I remember she had red curly hair. She was beautiful. So I was just in awe of her. And I think she felt it. She was like flattered by
Did
it,
she?
and
Did
she
she want
smiled
you
at
to kill
me.
her?
And
Did she want you to kill her husband?
I don't know if she had a husband, dude. We were on the public bus. This was back in the day where I had to take the public bus everywhere when I was a kid. Um,
Uh,
so I didn't do anything. I didn't even sit near her. She was like glowing or something. She looked beautiful. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I've seen those girls. You don't know what to
yeah.
do, but with me it was like I cannot look at her and admire her beauty longer because there were people behind me who were waiting to enter the area and she was just coming out. I was like, damn, she's so fucking pretty. But the shitty part, I forgot her face, what she looks like.
She wasn't
I
that beautiful
remember this
then.
girl. I
She
remember this
wasn't.
girl perfectly, dude. I
What?
remember
Yeah,
this girl
yeah,
perfectly.
yeah. There was this girl I used to work with. So like I do a lot of overtime at my job. So I was leaving and I park on a giant hill and I'm driving down and then I see her walking up the hill and just at that moment like I see her all the time, but like the sun is shining down on her. The rays from the heavens are hitting her. Her hair is fucking glowing, shiny. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I literally almost drove onto the curb while I'm looking at her, passing her by, and she does a little
Bro,
wave. She does a wave at me, and I'm like, and I
bro,
almost crashed my car.
you know how many times I've almost you know how many times I almost crashed my car checking out a girl with a big booty on the street? Like I'm about to die one day, bro. Because Puerto Rican girls, they have that big ass. And I'm like, every time I see one, I'm like, okay, dude, I might crash one day. I'm just letting you guys know.
I saw one Asian girl, man. I was walking, I was looking at her, she was so fucking beautiful. Then I was like, went inside the bushes. I didn't check, like, oh, I have to turn. I just kept walking straight.
This
This
nigga,
motherfucker jump into a bush. He's jumping to a bush like he's doing recon or some shit.
Dude, I'm telling you,
yeah.
you're so fucking pretty. Oh boy.
You
What?
know what? I don't find like um places in the city or like modern places like that beautiful. But when it
Mhm.
comes to nature, like
Yeah,
hidden
that shit's
spots where you
beautiful.
see a waterfall,
Yeah.
that is beautiful to me. And like I said, the sky. Like sometimes I watch the sky and it's like all purple and orange. It looks beautiful.
Yo, weren't you talking about how he's saying weird colors, and now you're saying
Yeah.
these same colors?
Because he said no. I said purple and orange, and that's like a common color. But he said like blue and some shit like that. He was on drugs, obviously. I mean,
Dude, I
he
was
just
what?
doesn't want to admit
In
it.
fifth grade. How the fuck was I on drugs, huh? You have to be fucking sensible, you idiot old man.
When, when did you stab? When did you stab that guy with the pencil? How old were you?
Fourth grade.
Fucking druggy.
Exactly, dude. That's what drugs do to you.
Well,
Oh yeah, this reminds me of something I was going to say, but Rogue just made me. Oh yeah, animals, man. Just taking care of animals, all those moments I spent with them are still etched in my mind. Those were some of the most beautiful memories of my life.
see, I love animals too, but not even like that would stick with me.
For
It's
me, it's
weird.
like, it's like I was, how should I say? It's like the best period of my life has been with them.
Oh, yeah, you should spend more time with them.
But also, it's just that. Oh yeah, this made me think. Like I was thinking the other day that no matter how shit your life can be, you still will have happy moments.
You've
Yeah.
you've progressed a lot since we started this podcast. Wow,
I,
Ash episode 1 would never say that.
I just
Yeah,
thought
that's
about
true.
that while taking that dog for the walk, and I was just singing, like making my own crap songs, and I was like, oh, that thought hit me like shit. I have to find job. I have to fucking do loan, and here I am, having the best time of my life, taking this dog for a walk. And at that time,
You've,
it hit me. Like no matter
Had
how.
the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
Dude, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Chaos and I tell you that shit all the time, Ash, and you don't listen to it. You need to really, you need to experience it for yourself, because you every time we tell you, you're like, okay, okay, I'll do it, but you don't ever do it. But when you actually do it for yourself, you experience it, you know.
Yeah.
If I have to choose like a comic book or fictional character that I do wanna fuck, it would be Catwoman.
And we're gonna end it there,
With
guys.
the
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Oh wait, Hawk Girl as well. Hawk Girl was awesome.
It was a good episode. Ash wants to fuck Catwoman and Hot Girl.
Yeah, threesome. Oh, Poison Ivy. Forgot about her.
Okay, Ash wants to fuck every single girl in DC.
Oh, that Lex Luthor's assistant as well. Forgot about her.
Every single girl that's not real, Ash wants to fuck. Okay.
Okay, let's end it at that.
All our links are in the socials. You guys got anything to say?
Nah, I have nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Cup and nap. Bye bye.
All right. See you next time.